Okay, welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to be doing the Dillon Precision die set. Okay, and this is the die set for 308. Okay, so as you can see here is 308. Alright, and what we're going to do, well, firstly we'll have a look in here. Okay, it comes with just a piece of white brown paper. Okay, some instructions here. Okay, so you'll definitely want to read those. Alright, and in here we have the three dies. Okay, so the first die here is the depriming die. Okay, and it's a full, and it also resizes. It's a full resizing die. Okay, the second die in here is the seating die, which you set the bullets into the brass case, and the third die is the crimping die, and we won't be using that because we're doing 308 target shooting. Okay, so we don't need to crimp with this die here, because when you have the your bullet, if you're going to be crimping, you're going to be using normally military rounds, okay, or magazine fed rounds, where it has a depression in the round where you can crimp the case onto that round. Okay, whereas with these rounds there is no depression there, so we don't want to be crimping into this type of bullet. Okay, otherwise we can deform the bullet and whatnot, so we don't need to decrimp, or okay, correction, we don't need to crimp the bullet. Okay, so we won't be putting this one into the die set. The fourth piece that goes in is this piece here for the powder. Okay, and basically the Dillon die set, we pull out these two pins here. Okay, keep them safe, and this piece here slides out. So what we have here is the first die would go into this one here. Okay, the deprimer. Okay, the second die piece is from the powder. Okay, so this piece here would go into here. The second, this one here, the second one in this box, okay, in the set, actually goes into the third hole here. Okay, and the fourth one for crimping, if you're crimping, would go into the fourth one, but we're not going to be using that one, and we don't want to leave it in there in case somebody starts winding it down, and then all of a sudden you're crimping your rounds without realizing it. Okay, so let's get into that, and we're going to set up very basically the 4 dies. So first one, as I said, is the deprimer full resizing die, and that goes into the first station here. Okay, and we'll just wind that down a little bit for now. Okay, I also think it's got this part up the top here, which is if you get around a case stuck, this here comes into it. We can use that to undo it and get that piece of brass out. The second piece, as I said, is that goes into the 4 pieces. Is need to make sure we have the right size piece. Very important that we use the right tool for the job. Okay, so we unscrew these, and I've showed you this part here before with the powder measurer, how to set this up, okay, and how to take this off in more detail. So if you haven't seen that, I'd highly advise that you go and have a look at that. Okay, so this is the other piece that goes into the second position. Okay, and as I've showed you earlier, we've got our powder dropper there. Okay, and that goes into here. Okay, so that goes into the second piece. onto our Dillon. Okay, now this part here, make sure we put it back in. You want to be very careful with everything. You don't want to leave things lying around where they can get lost or misplaced. Very important. Okay, just screw that in a little bit. Doesn't need to be too much. Okay, in the third die, okay, or the second die in the set here, we take that out and we put that into our third position on the Dillon. Okay, and this one here is for seating the bullet. Okay, so the first one is for the depriming, resizing. Second one is for the powder measurer, and the third one is for seating our bullets. And the fourth one here, as I've already explained, we're not going to be crimping. Okay, this is for people that are using semi-automatics and whatnot, where they need to crimp their rounds. Okay, so we can leave that one in there. Alright, and obviously I've shown you earlier, we get a spare depriming piece for the first die, okay, in there. So we can put this one to the side now, put it away where it's safe, okay, and we can carry on from there. Thank you very much.